Well, good afternoon all. So we will start the session in a second. So let me check the voice and whether you are reaching my voice well. So you can just put the message in the chat. Hope everyone can able to hear me. So if yes, just put a yes in the chat box and we can start the session. Yeah. That's great. All right. So I'm starting the session. If you face any problem in the screen share or any voice not receiving, you can also mention in the chat box. Okay. So let me begin with the session. Yeah. So good afternoon one and all, and thank you so much for being here for this webinar with KHAAS Software Solutions. So myself Akbar Ali Khadar, I am CEO and Managing Director of KHAAS Group. So just I would like to give some basic intro about who KHAAS Software Solutions. So KHAAS Group is a structural, mechanical and civil engineering company who provides design, training and software solution to the AEC and EPC industries customers. So we actually used to do the projects across the globe, and we purchased recently this ProtaStructure and we have replaced in the project. It's very wonderful. Then we, based on request of the Prota, we have started as a reseller partner. So let's go more about what is a ProtaStructure and how it's going to be benefit to us. The Prota Group has founded in 1985. They're actually now leading global software development. So they have an engineering consultancy group. They have a software development. They have a like a computer cell training divisions. Okay, so you can see the list. What are the companies they have founded from the 1985? And here are the location where the headquarters we have in for the Prota software in Europe, Turkey and Malaysia, Singapore, and we have a globally partner connected to Prota software. Right. So those who are engineer or consultant, which is they are like a practicing engineers who was 25 years back, they might have aware about this product called a Probino Orient. The Probino Orient is a world first concrete design and detailing automated detailing software where like started in the 1992. So later we have some enhancement and updations to the application. So we can see that in 2005, Probino Orient provides the solution for the retrofit and rehabilitations based on seismic analysis. And 2007, we have formed something like a bi-directional associative where we can able to share our data to any BIM applications through IFC or through directly Autodesk Revit. Right. So from 2014, ProtaStructure introduced, and they used to provide all the enhancement for the structural analysis design. The question is here, why this promotions and the event it's not done on 2014 onwards. The reason is they have not implemented IS code. So now we have a detailed and verified Indian a codes a capability in the ProtaStructures where we can do all the things what structural engineers does. All right, yes, we can collaborate with the BIM collaboration by using the Prota, and this is some of the things which are done in 2018, the airport terminal, the Turkey. Okay, right. See, normally what we do as a structural engineer, we do the BIM model, which is a 3D geometry creations and the properties. And after that, we do the analysis to check the whether the bending moment, shear, support reactions. These all we used to do in the analysis part. Then in design, normally we check the for the concrete we can say that area of steel, area of concrete, and for the steel we can say the utilization ratio respect to what load we are providing. Then the detailing. The most important thing is the detailing, right? So yeah, detailing used to be done. and the fabrication drawing, which is used for the fabricator and contractor. Okay. Then the coordinations. This normally as a workflow each and every structural engineer used to do. Okay, this is everything about modeling, analysis, design, detailing, fabrication, and build. So for the modeling analysis, normally we used like a STAT, SAP, MIDAS, S-Frame, Robo, DTAPS. Okay, these are the known software we normally used actually. For the design, most of the above applications itself can support us for the same thing. Component design, we use TED, Scale, Procon, Limcon. Now most of the engineers using Idea Stratica as well, and RAM connection. So for the detailing, obviously we use AutoCAD, BricsCAD, GStat, and so many CADs over there. Okay. Fabrications. So fabrication drawing comes, the only word comes like a Tekla structures, and then advanced steel, BOCAD. These are the applications there for the fabrications. Okay. And for the BIM related, obviously Revit, Tekla structure, BOCAD as well as RK. So here in ProtaStructure, we can do the modeling analysis, we can do the design, we can do the detailing, drafting and component design, and also we can do the fabrication drawings and structural BIM, right? So that is how the same we have prepared here. Let me summarize that what actually the features we have and enhancement we have for the ProtaStructure. So we have something Prota BIM where we can easily import export the 2D 3D XF bidirectional IFC link to the product and directly like integration with Autodesk Revit. Then we have a features called Automator where after the analysis and design is done, we can easily generate our drawings. Okay, so we can export to TXF and CNC data for the fabrication drawing, and we can also do the export for the SAP and ETAPS as well. Then we can also generate the design reports. Okay. So you can see the summary. Normally, the superstructure things like RCC, steel structure design, analysis design can be done. Foundation design can be done. Connection design, rebar drilling with BBS for both the sub and superstructure. Steel drilling, which we can generate the details for GA assembly and part drawings with bill of material and bill collaborations. So these are the projects which done by across the globe. I can just show these things. All right. So let's get into the applications. I would like to open this application from the start. Right. So I'm using a 6.0669 version of ProtaStructure. Here we go. So the open new projects options are there. Right side we have a resource related links and updated software. Let me create a new project. So let me give the name as webinar, and you can see here the list of codes are available. Let me select the Indian code and give OK. All right. So after my clarifications and all the sessions done, we can have an interaction through like a chat box. You can give the details, and we can for the Q&A question and answer sessions we can do it in the end of the sessions. Like we can have this in 145 or 150. All right. So here we have a building set out, modeling, loading, review, analysis, design, drawing, reports, BIM, display, views actually. So let me create some basic the model. So here I have an orthogonal for the preparing the grids. I have orthogonal and I have a customized grid. So let me just create the orthogonal axis generator. So the same options we have here, like a 5000 cross 3. If I give a comma and give 4000 comma some value, I can generate, or I can change this 8 to 3 like 8 to 8. Based on that, the axis for the horizontal and vertical it will generate. So quickly I'm just hitting OK. Let me give this not extension. I need a 2000. Let me make a 1000. This also as well 1000. Okay. So I got the basic grid over here, and I wanted to make some curved beam. So for that I'm just creating this grid as well from this point to this point, and I'm just going to give some arc for this. Right. So suppose you don't want to stretch this one, you can stretch out of it. Like I can, right. So here we go with the grids. Now first we are going to see the concrete members, how we can do the analysis, design and detailing. Let me go to this column and let me take this 450 cross 300 for example. Okay, now here this option everywhere aware that dragging the grids, yes, we can generate the columns like this, as simple as that. Suppose if you have a different section properties, you can also do that. For example, 450 cross 300, just want here in this corner, click, like that I can create. Suppose I want to make some 500 in between. So based on that you can easily create your column placing. Okay, so once it's done, I'm just going back to modeling and creating my shear wall. So here the 250, okay, I'm just going to create my shear wall 1, 2 and 3. Alright, I'm going back to my modeling and taking a beam option. So in beam I'm just giving a 300 as my breadth and 500 as a depth. Okay, so I can also pick one by one, or also I can drag like this. Here we go. So I don't want this beam, selecting and delete. And here I want to do some offset to my column. So just clicking my column and making some left arrow key in my keyboard, or I can use a control options and do it together. Okay, let me do for the same here and right arrow key. Okay, so now I wanted to make some rotation actually. For example, select the column and do the right click, rotate column, that's it, and select the column, make the arrow key for the rotation. So easily we can do the rotate and offsetting the members. So let me place then the slab. So here, yeah, it's asking me to define some basic load cases for adding the slab. Now I'm just going to take a dead and live load cases. I've just taken the dead and live load, hitting OK. Here we go, we got the options for the slab. So let me take 125 mm for the thick, and I'm just selecting here for my slab ratios. Now let me open my 3D view. Okay, so I got my structure like this, and by default I have 0 level and story number 1. So story number 1 I have a 3 meter. Alright, so before I'm going to just generate this story to the 5-4 level actually. So before that, let me give some slab strip for generating the reinforcement for the slab as well. Okay, so this is, I have a staircase in the mid, I don't want reinforcement there. It's x-axis, and on the y, same thing I would like to cut here. Here. So I have given my slab strip to generate the design for the slab element. Okay. Now just simply I can go stories and I can do the insert story, and here I want a 5 numbers, and here interval between 3 meter and generate member from the selected story. Boom. So we got this model actually, right? So let me do some changes here, or suppose you want to reduce some floors element, you can do it, you can simply do it. And suppose let's say how we can do easily the modification of the columns, beams and slab. You can select the whole structure and you can do the right click to open the filter option, just select the column, hit OK, and do right click. In the member tables you will have all the details where you can customize your like the sizes and the angle, rotation, each and every information. With respect to geometric creations, we can do it here. The same way applicable for the other elements. Okay, so let me go to the loading part. Yeah, right. So I'm just opening this load cases combination generator and the load generator. Let me take my horizontal seismic and wave, hitting OK. I have taken the load cases. Now when I go to this load editor, let me select, yeah, so here I'm selecting this story number 1 on the left side, the browser options. I'm just going to the load editor. Fine, you can see these the load cases which is we applied through this dead load. Okay, so whatever we model, the self weight of the slab, the self weight of the beam, we have this load element. Suppose let's say you like to add some wall load in it. So I'm taking here the wall load. So based on that you can select the brick sizes. Let me take the brick sizes 100 mm, and just simply you can also define if you want to remove the beam depth, you can do it. And if you want to remove the windows opening, you can also give the windows opening right over here. So I'm just selecting my just drag and select. I have applied the wall load here. That's it. Hitting OK. So you can see this wall load applied in the story 1. So like the same way I can apply to all my story, right? So you have options to apply the wall load, full uniform load, point load, and you can also put the load cases eccentricity somewhere you wanted to make some point load, but also you can do it by using a coordination method. Right. So once it's done, okay, I'm just going to analysis. In analysis, I'm going building analysis. So here you can select the metal grade. I'm just going edit and concrete columns. You can go here, you can give the name, you can give them all the metal properties right over here. So F20, which is we use here M20, and for the steel Fe500 I have selected. You can also rename your name of the concrete grade and steel grade as you wish. So once it's done, I'm just going to analysis. So I have something called building model check, whether we have any overlapping duplicates. We can check over here, right? And I'm just going to the building analysis. Okay, so once you are building analysis mode, you have two things like suppose you wanted to do the analysis as well as the design. We have to check in this option. Suppose let's say before that I like to do only analysis, no need to design all the things. So just because I would like to do some check of bending moments and shear details, and also the axial forces of the member. Okay, right. So it's done. So you can see right over here what are the details, the warning alert, it will get it, the details here. Okay, close. Now in my analysis mode I have option called analytical model. When I click that, it will just jump into my post processing mode where I can able to see my members. So let's say I am selecting the load combination the right side. This is required load cases, and I'm then checking my diagrams. So this I have a NVTM, which is we have a forces, we have a shear, we have a moment. Okay, so we can also, I have not applied much load actually, just dead load and live actually. So you can see the beauty of this is like we can easily design the curved beams members by using ProtaStructure. And for this we have done some verification for the known softwares with respect to ProtaStructure, StatPro, ETABS. So in the next webinar, that is what we plan to showcase what is the differences we are having in the result. We already done that, it's almost the same, and we will also show you people how the result we are getting here. Alright, so I'm just going back to my analysis, building analysis. Now I would like to do my design for the column beam and shear wall. Column beam building analysis. So once the calculation is done, we will get a prompt message and the report of axial load comparison report, how the members are utilized. Oh, okay. So meanwhile, it will ask us that if you want to use the rebar, if you want to manually edit, you can do the check here. I'm just making reselect all bars. For the beam also, I'm just putting reselect all bars. What happens if we select the first options? It will just stop the design even if not passing in the criteria which we have given, which we have made the rule. So that is the thing actually. The second option, if we select don't select steel when previous bars are insufficient, it will be stopped based on the economical stages. Alright, that's done. So let me close this and I'm just going to review option. Okay, this I'm just going to modeling. Right. So here in my review option, I can see the status of design. Hope screen is okay. If it is failed or any then a problem occurs, you can note it out by using the review option. Now I'm just going to design and going to check what all the columns has taken the result. I'm selecting the columns here. Okay, so you have these options here, represent ratio and the steel parts. When I do the double check, we'll get the option like this. You can customize if you want to wish, like you want to reduce the quantity, you wanted to make some instead of 16 mm 12, and let me check. You can see the which is it will showcase the required and minimum, right? So we can do the changes here. If you want to make some changes for the property element, you can do it here. Okay, and for the particular column you wanted to check the diagram for the bending and shear, you can check for the based on the respective load cases. Okay, so even you can also take the interaction diagram for the each member of the column and beam. This is how we can easily do it actually. So just closing this option. Same way you can do for the beam, all the things. Now we have a column beam wall actually. Let me create a foundation as well. So I'm just going for the 0 story level. I'm just doing right click, filter selection. I want to select only my column and right click. You can use the insert pad footing, insert pile cap. Okay, these are the options we have: combined pad footing and combined pile cap. So for example, let me put my pad footing. I got this result. Okay, each and every design element has a settings. In a first stage, we can assign the settings, whatever the required minimum, maximum reinforcement, SBC value, all the details we can do in the settings. Suppose let's say here I have a foundation settings. I'm just going into it. So soil unit, weight, allowable shear, and source of soil, settlement of soil, and minimum maximum footing things, minimum maximum rebar, all the things we can do it. And moreover, even from here you can make some changes to the all beam settings, column setting, all the things we can do it. So once it's done, you can just come to the redesign and design all. So it's designed, we got the result, and I'm just hitting OK. Okay, right. So for here, what I'd like to do, just going don't want isolated. I want to do some different load cases here. Let me select my column, and also we have to make sure the story level is there. So combined pad footing. And the beauty of what I like most for the foundation design is we can easily do the eccentricity here, right? So here, okay, so whatever you do the changes, update access was found in the combinations. We can also check the pedestal, geometry level, materials. So I wanted to change the material grade as a 500. Okay. And if you want to wish to generate a report, we can generate the report as well. Alright, so let me hit OK. Create this, add footing over here. Okay. Now, once the design element is done, analysis is done and the design is done, I'm just quickly going to the details called Prota detail. I'm just creating my Prota detail. Yes, I'd like to save the file. So once in the Prota detail, what we're going to do is, it's nothing simply as a CAD applications. This Prota detail is nothing but CAD. Let me show you. Okay, so here I can go by creating a new drawing, or else I can go to this auto generator details. I'm just going to auto generator details, and here you can see the stories level. So I want up to 3 story. Let me change to this. Okay, and form plan. Okay, column application, elevation, schedule, everything is okay for me. And insert to sheet and quantity. What is the sheet size? A0, A1, whatever we can do it. I'm just okay with the A0 and draw, and just clicking somewhere to generate the drawing. So it will take a few moments to generate all as per the sheet. So the thing is, like, you can do the generation by automated, or you can create a sheet as per the standard you require, and you can place those information from the left side, details over there, the browsing, the settings there, where we can generate those information and put it in the center. Or else you can also generate your own format of the template what we have in the CAD. We can bring those things here and we can place automated information. So you can see here, I have a plan of my footing, and on the right side I have a plan of my slab, story level 1. Okay, and the second sheet I have a column information. Suppose if you don't want this information, you can also do the changes in the settings. Okay, we have a shear wall information. In the right side we have a bill of material. And this is something like connected between the schedule as well as the model. If I change something over here, I will get this dialog box. I can change the diameter, the spacing, the length. Based on that, it will automatically update to a Barbending schedule. So this is, I have a wall schedule, wall elevations, column elevations, and this is a schedule of the wall as well as the column. And we have a beam, sectional, longitudinal section, and cross sections we have for the beam over here. Okay, and we have it for the footings. So pad footing as well as the combined footing. Okay, this is a quantity takeoff for the beam. So here, as I said that this is something like CAD. You can see that if I do the L enter, I can do the REC for the rectangle. I can make a copy CO, and I can make like this. Okay, so which is completely into the CAD. No need to go for another applications. That is what the focus of Prota group, that engineers using the same platform, the single platform where he is doing all the requirements. So let me open some sheet. Let's say I want A1 sheet right over here. I can just go to my so quickly you can make some copy and arrangement. Place my footing layouts as well as I can place my typical editing easily. We can do it in the same platform. So the footing schedule will be there. Okay, so let me make a move and I can place here. That's it. You can generate the drawings. So if you want to add some more information, you can do it. You can scale, you can copy anything, we can do it here. And also we have some options for the predefined right in the Prota detail, where you can generate the cantilever wall. These things will come in a Prota detail only. In this environment itself you will get it. So for example, the cantilever details, height details, all the inputs we are generating and prepare drawing. So reinforcement, I want to put it here. So that details you will get it. And the same thing we have for the staircase, retrofit wall, corbel, all this information we have predefined. And here we have all this the slab sections, all the information we have here. So this is a Prota detail actually. So what is automated we have. Let me, okay. Oh my god. So Mr. Harish, I got to know that the screen is not visible to you. Is the one you are not able to visible? Please pin the options actually where the screen is there. You can do the right click and pin that, which will come in a center actually. Okay. And okay, sure, I will show you how to rotate a column and all the things. Whatever you have a query, we can do it. And dear participant, please let me know whether the same you are facing the problem. Okay, fine. Thank you. Thanks for the update. Just going back to my application. Got it. And the one more thing here is the questions used to get from the people like the only we can do the CAD drawings of the ProtaStructure. No, you can also open anything like for example you can open a drawing file which already saved over there, whatever the CAD files, DWG, DXF, DGN, SketchUp, whatever the CAD related we have, we can open it and we can bring it. Okay, right. So let me save this drawing one and close this product. All right. So we can also create some, if you want to make some roof setup over there in the top, yeah, we can do it. So let's say, or let me make some changes. For example, let's say create some new application for that, new project, webinar for steel, then codes. Okay, so here I don't want the 3, I just want 2. It should be like 4. Let's say, yeah, 4 meter across 3, and this is something 4 across 2. This is, I'm just giving a grids to create my steel structure. I'm going to show you that like some PEB structure actually. So let's say this is my plan 0 and story 1. See, based on your placing, the thing is very important. We're going to see this steel thing. Okay, so column, properties, and selecting your codes. So India, I'm just going to place my assembly sections 300. You can change the rotation here itself. Okay, I'm just placing here. The same you can drag and place. It's up to you. Or you can just simply click your column. So making a right click, 3D, you can see, right. So then what I'm going to do is as beam, let me take ISMB 250 for the beam, just selecting it. Okay, then after placing it, I wanted to make some slope over there. So I'm just going 3D, I'm giving the, let's say for example 350, my start point. No, I should give, okay, yeah. So this is my I, this is my J. Okay, so now here I'm just changing this as a 0 and this as a 350 mm, and select here and get this option. Okay, so let me do the same for all the members. And let's do the other modeling. Right click, select, double click, and again right click, and again select. Okay, so we got this now, the members. Now I'm just going to modeling again, and we have a predefined stress model. These options where we have a boy roof, all those things. Let me show in the second thing actually. Right, then suppose you wanted to add the purlin, yeah, we can do it. 1, 2, selections. You can see this Perlin C channel is there. I mean, channels UPN section is there. You wanted to make some changes over here, you can do it. Okay. Suppose you want to make a changes of Z Perlin, all the options, you can also do that. Build up sections you can go, you can a code form, you can use the hat element and all this, different sizes. So let me proceed with the same thing. With the sag rod is there, suppose you wanted to remove the sag rod, you can do it. So then 1, 2, okay, 1, 2, same thing you can apply to your geometry creations. You can also do manually by selecting the access point by using the column and beam options, and the frame options you can do for the for the slanting or any slope related way. So for the wall grids, the same you can do it. So here on the section is there, suppose I hit OK, yeah, it's okay. Suppose if not you are getting properly, which is the members are placing inside, you can also do for changing this on the section to under the section. So for me is working fine, right? Suppose you like to have some column in the middle, you can do it. Let me go to my story. System came to the story here. Can go to the column. SMB 300. Place the column over here. You want to place column, suppose, yeah, you can place over here. So I'm just going 3D. Fine. Make sure that the story selections based on that application will be disabled. I mean the icon will be disabled, right? So I'm just placing my grid on the balance this 2. Let me go a little bit quick. So you can see it's gone to the inner side. So I want to change it. So just double click, change the on the section to under the section. I got it. Select, okay, under the section. So let me do the same thing for all the section. Okay, double click, change under the section. Yeah, it's completed. That's it. So I need to place my foundation itself. Okay. So before that, I'm just going to my loading. Okay. So just taking the same pattern of loading generations, seismic and horizontal forces for the wind. Hitting OK. The same way you can go to the load editor to add the whatever load cases you wanted to add. For example, Perlin load cases we already modeled it. No need to remove. So any other load cases you wanted to add some things, you can do it. Alright, I'm just going to the analysis, building analysis. Okay. Now I'm going to do the analysis with the steel check. So steel member design check, building analysis. So once it's done, you can see the difference, how we can go and do the optimizations after the calculation to go. So the options what we have after the design is, okay, right? So I can go to the review option and I can see the design status. You can see this just we have due to the wind cases, some of the wall grid has failed actually. So let me go to the design option. Here I have something called columns. Just opening the columns dialog box. So I have the utilization ratio over here. Suppose let's say without analysis check I can do the changes. For example, I'm just opening the dialog box. Here I have some calculation based on the code. What is the sectional calculation is done, utilization ratio calculation, how we have taken, all the things you will get in the dialog box, as well as you can take it on report itself. Okay. Suppose let's say you have a check design option here. Suppose if I change like this, dynamically you can change to some members. So for the optimizations, let's say for the 200, I'm just changing. I'm hitting OK. See, we got a tick mark. It's paused. When I hit OK, it will just get changed there. 200. Automatically there also it will get changed. So like this, dynamically we can optimize our design right over here. So for the drawing purpose, I'm just changing as well as the same option. And okay. Right now I'm just going back to my story at 0 level. I believe that you will catch what I'm going to do now. It's yes, obviously the foundation design part. It's a pad footing. This time I would like to take with pedestal mode. So here pedestal, yeah, it's there. Okay. So here we go. So we got the model of the the structure. Now I'm just without making delay, I'm just opening the ProtaStructure. So these are the steps we have to follow for ProtaStructure. That once your structure is analyzed well and designed well, then you can easily go back to the the model. At least we have to complete the analysis one. Then you can do the geometry operations. All right. So you can see the user interface of the ProtaStructure. And the right side I have the macros for the connections and all. And the left side in the top I have a steel IntelliConnect edit view drawing reports and all. So here. So let me do the first step as the connections. I want to show you how the connections made here. So I have options called IntelliConnect, which is after selecting your model, you can do one by one. For example, purlin check, what mode you wanted, angle type or folder type. You can select it and you can run it out. Okay. So I'm just going the angle type next, and I can give some customized information and you can run it out. So you have two options. You can do like one by one, also you can do that with automated options. So base plate, I want a simple base plate connection over there. Okay, it's done. Now yeah, column beam connections, horns type, fin plate connection macro for the simple one. So it's done. So I am just going to make the trusses for, let me give some basic thickness, 10 mm or 6 mm. I'm running it. Right. So you can see how the connections made over the model. I'll just zoom and let you know. Okay. So horns connection over there, and then I have not, because based on the macro selection is done. So this connection is not done. We will do it later. So let's say, for example, let me create a drawings view, views on the drawings. Okay, it's done. Now I'm just selecting my members and going to the drawings and reports and performing the numbering. So numbering is completed. Now just I'm going to create a assembly drawings. All things are automated, so we can also do the manual thing as we used to do in for the rebar drilling. Same we can do for here. So for the control D for the modeling mode and going back hot drawing. So hope you are aware that part details will take much time for all the information gathering and preparing on the sheets. Here we go with the seconds. It's going to complete. Actually, I believe that all the we are very well that how the formation of the software used to perform for the analysis, design, and building. So we are at the stages where what is the unique features we have for the Prota is rebar automated drilling and the steel automated drilling enhancement what we have here. So I'm just opening the drawing manager mode. So these are the list of drawings is created. So let me open. I have not opened any drawings. So let me open this drawing, which has assembly mark. You can also see the drawn marks, a part mark in the right side. We will open and see one by one. Also let me open a few odd details. Right. So just closing here. So I have just opened the 4 things. You can see, okay, the assembly details of UPN where we used it for the purlin mode. Okay, it's a purlin thing, and in the sheet 2 we have a, you know, MB300 part list. I'm zooming and showing you how this, the annotation scale has made by automatic, which is very important to, like drafting people and engineers to cross check immediately the build informations, bold informations part. Some of the drawings you will get with the part. Okay, and we have a, metal takeoff here, bill of material on the right side. So the same other details like the part of B cross 2, the beam, B cross 1, the part, and you have a, some quantity takeoff based on, we can add the details here. So this is a part list of some of the details. If you want to take a separate just a part alone, you can also take that. So let's say, for example, here right over here I wanted to add some details. You can do it, for example, 3D view. I got there, and if you want to take the V1A, you want to take a V1 line 1. Just right click, you can generate the details, and you can make a scale and arrangement, and you can fix it. As simple as that. This normally, I hope the Tekla users are aware how we used to fix this information into the drawing and making a scale. All the things very easily we can do it. So I want to make scale to 150. So this easily can be done and placed, and we can also hide this viewport options. So that's what's steel can be done here for the modeling and detailing. So once it's done, Control S. And to be frank with you guys, this is not a CAD application. This is the drawing mode of ProtaStructure. As simple as that. This is the same we have in the Tekla structures. Okay, right. Just hitting the save. Okay, and also ProtaStructure. Just like to save this option. You can see the macros right over in the right side: beam to beam connections, beam to beam column connections, bracings. Okay, splice connections, purlin and girth connections, base plate. Same, we can do the changes in the options. We can customize what are the information we require. Just do the right click and double click. You will get this all the connections macros over there. Right. For the modeling capabilities, suppose you wanted to add some plate element, you can go to here for the detailing as well. You can create a plate, and you can make the customized connections where to use in the different projects. You can also customize your macros for the connection right over here. Okay, so let me save and come out. And when you see this modeling, loading we have seen, and analysis and drawing thing we have seen, and the Prota detail we have seen, right? Let me go to the Prota detail again, because I missed one thing to show you guys, like this connection part, about the calculation report and the design. So just going back to my connection, the Prota one. So here I have the more connection, right? So let me take only this out of end connection beam to column I have selected, and just going to the drawing, and then going to create connection for Slab mode. So here we got this report, detailed report, how the connections made, what is the code he has taken, and the profile, the pass element and fail element. So here we have a fail for the flange weld check. So which is the leg we have a 7 mm, and what is the weld we have given, and the thickness we have given. So all the information we got here. So I can also go to the design summary options. So we can see this fail option over there. Okay, the show report, it will directly open your report actually. The same way you can make some double click on your weld, double click on your plate. You can customize the number of bolts and the plate thickness and the weld as well. Right, so this is we can able to do it. Metal takeoff option is there. Okay, save. This is what we have in the steel structures. So okay, we have 10 more minutes, so I think it's we can go for the sessions, Q&A sessions. Right. Okay, so let's go this how to rotate a column. So for example, I'm just going to the, I will show you the steel column as well. Select the column and do right click. Okay, so okay, we have here this design and mode. So we have two options. So you can simply go to the column table and you can make some degree 90 and you can rotate your column very easily. Okay. Yes, obviously it's a very cost effective. So we are also a small consultant in Chennai. We are working and it's very cost effective as for doing projects in across the globe. Uh, Laterals based on IS entry. Okay, sure. I will give some brief, how the lateral forces can be applied and how compared to this thing. And let me show some brief right over here. The loadings. I'm just going to the seismic parameters. So the same pattern what we have as per the code, like selecting your the zones, giving the factor, the importance factor, direction 1, direction y, systems we are selecting the structural systems, mode on the special brace frame or moment resisting, and the type of analysis, equivalent, static and model response spectrum, and the ground type, almost same actually, whatever the details we have, analysis. And see, I believe one thing, like if you are doing the comparison with the applications, we have to cross check the parameters what applications are given. So based on the code, some people use the detailed parameter thing, some people use a draft parameter, which means like each and software has the capability. So in my the point of view is like all the application has verified and coming out for the usage for the user. Just we have to take which is very convenient for us based on the cost and based on the output. So as well as here the beam load calculations, the calculator is here, give the basic bin space, the industrial type, exposure, terrain, and the slope details, and you can hit report and apply to the member. That's how easiest mode we have for the lateral. Config mix design. Yes, we can customize config mix design. So we have options like to customize your create give the value and checking. Release moment of steel. Yes, we have release options, moment release option also there, and support option also there. So once we are going to the support option, that fixed pinned rotation option is there, and okay, diaphragm, yes, can be done. Flexible rigid king of things, of course it can be done. And Mr. Abbas, the things bridge, culvert we can do it, bridge also we can do it, stress we can do it. See, I will just be open to you guys that what are the things we cannot able to do it. That is the plate analysis we cannot able to do is like tank, pressure vessels, tanks. We want to do some stress check, that we cannot able to do it. And yeah, most of the things we can able to do the same. Sure, we can make some courses for that. Actually, we are providing a free courses for the ProtaStructure especially. So how we are supporting is like to our customers. The great news what we have today is like the last week we have done some a few POs with our customer. The purchase already got, and how we are actually approaching to our customer is like we used to provide the trial license to them and let them see the futures, let them see the magic how we are output is getting. We keep on supporting them in terms of technical queries, what can be done, what cannot be done, so that based on that project exposure, how to make their productivity into 2x. That is what the main focus we are doing. So based on that we are taking further. Okay, I'm just removing my presenting so that you will get some disturbance in the screen. So we can go ahead and ask the query actually. So we have a 5 minutes more, and this ProtaStructure group is actually they are from Prota Software. Basically, the software product name is a ProtaStructure. How they have made some arrangement is like, for example, they are keep on developing because hope you people aware that each when the Bentley land into the market and CSI and other application land into the market, the same what like usually done for this development activity. So by these people, they have a very good setup in Turkey and other country for their engineering consultant thing. So they doing some multi different projects in terms of EC sectors and EPC sectors. So how to support each type of unique engineers, structural engineers, especially focusing on structural and civil engineers. So how we can being a productivity, how we can generate the reports and drawings and all the things actually. All right, so it's not about that. If you guys have any clarifications, you can ask me out and we can take it further. So if you people wish to turn on your microphone to discuss, you can do it now. You can turn on a microphone. You can ask if you have any clarification.
Hi, good afternoon. Is it giving detailing part also?
Yeah, please, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
From the model, we can get the detailing part.
Okay, you want to, okay. Please come again, sir. Detailing part. Yes, we can do the concrete and steel detailing by using ProtaStructure.
The connection details, all this thing.
Yeah. Let me open it again, sir. So I'm just going back. Let me share my screen again. Hope you can able to see my screen. Just going back to my ProtaSteel. Because that connection you will not get in a ProtaStructure model. Those information what we are doing, everything will be in ProtaSteel. Okay, so already we have generated some drawings. Beam column. We open this column as well. And these are purlin related drawings. Yes, sir, you can able to see now.
Very nice.
So your rotation, orientations, and making a scale. This is by default we can do it. So once you have done the changes in the design changes, let's talk about the design changes. Once the design change is done, you can close this application and go back and do the analysis design again and create a new. And the two things we can do it. Automatically it will update in the ProtaSteel. If you want to continue with that, you can do it. We have to just reset this drawing list and we have to apply the connection and check the numberings and have to generate again, or else you can generate a new drawing for the creating updated version. Like you can make the R1, R2 like the revision digits.
Great. It can be done only from model to drawing only, or any change we are doing in drawing, if you upload the drawing, whether it can be model will be updated?
Yes, sir. Actually, yeah, understood. Yeah, we have to do the model changes. If we, for example, let's say some limitations we have actually. Let me show you that control D for the model. Some arrangement, offset, making the changing like moving one location to another locations, copy paste. These all the things can be done. Suppose you wanted to place the column itself, that is not a possible here. We have to go back to the ProtaStructure and have to create a new and do it. All the modifications we can do it, but geometry creations, modeling creations, grid updations, everything should be done in ProtaStructure.
Is it only for prefabrication building only, or basement with some usually substructure will be KHAAS Institute and superstructure is steel, means that also
that also we can do it, sir. That also we can do it. Even in the concrete structure itself, if you're adding any steel structure, That also can be designed and you can do it. That is how that the composite also we can do it, and you know over the member we can also for example in the fifth story we have some shed to be added, which I can show you that it's not will not take much detail, and analysis also can be done parallelly, no problem.
Great. Thanks.
So that's the thing. So the thing which is taking you can note the query based on like most of the companies we have, like some companies do all the things, some companies do only concrete, some company does only steel. So based on your requirement, you can let us know what the detail you require. So we there to provide your project related support in terms of training, and till the end we are there to support. It's not like something we are just giving the product and learn from the video and check all the things. We're there to support us, because since we are also practicing engineers, we understand where we will get the problem, how to do the optimizations. That's what most cases is required from the client. Yes. Any other query?
Yes, sir. Is the purlin design can be done in this one?
Yes, sir. It can be done. So we go to this.
But is that purlin not possible? Only with the raw hot rolled section only
Is that
possible.
purlin also possible, sir? That's why I've shown here actually. See, this is the purlin we have applied, right? Okay. So for example, now if I go here, I'm just doing slowly. There is an option called profile arrangement. I can change to cold form, and I can select and give this thickness as what the details we have, and I can apply like this. Actually, the thing here is you got this design element. No need to reanalyze this actually. So once you are replacing any member, any different mode, automatically it will design and give you. What happened is you can see the expire analysis for the bottom member we got it, because the load is changes. Okay, so that's why we got this some like the color orange and color mode. We have to do the analysis again. We have to check. Likewise, we can do the customize our profile actually.
Thank you.
Yeah, the code you can change, and you can choose the built-up section for some different double members placing and triple offsetting we can do here. Yes, sir. So my dear participant, if is any query, please let me know. If you wish to talk to me, you can unmute yourself and you can talk to me. Or else please confirm me whether if no query, so please mention that in chat box.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Yes, yeah.
Yes, sir. When batch will start?
Sorry, come again.
Sir, batch when will we start?
You mean that the next session when we are going to start? You mean?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, actually, we are planning a different stages of like a webinar, where this is something today. The Prota group itself has given the introductions webinar. Most of they have given actually. So today, we KHAAS would like to give some introductions about the product, how it's look like, all these things. So next, we will definitely let you know in our LinkedIn page that, and also our team will call and remind you. We have a plan for the like a versus, and based on the report versus how we are getting it, and detailed advanced analysis whatever is there, and even we have options for like the FE analysis for the slab as well. We have options called FE analysis here. I'll just open it. You can see analysis, FE floor analysis and FE foundation analysis. What is the difference there? How we can utilize these two options? We have a lot of information there. So in our, it's quite difficult to cover all the things. Definitely, we will let you know, Mr. Abbas.
Sir, what is the fees?
No, actually, see, to be frank with you, that we are providing free support to our customers and details actually. If you wish to have a detailed, like a project-oriented sessions for the Prota, definitely we will come back to you.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. And hope we have all the participant email ID. If not, please contact us. I'm just putting our email ID there, and also the concerned person who can support you over this, and you can get the price list for it actually. You can save the email ID and the phone mobile number for the concerned person. You can ask the if you wanted to arrange a dedicated sessions for a query, we can also do it. We are doing like online and offline support also. If you wish to come there, we will come to your office and we can discuss.